Good evening, folks. It's Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project, bringing you a grand solar minimum update on Wednesday, August 8th at 11:26 p.m. Mountain Time 2018. And as we back up from this shot, thankfully, because we were about to be buried, we could see some of the fury of Mother Nature as we're witnessing a massive mud/landslide. We make fun as we report the facts. Now, softball-sized hail destroys more than 400 cars at the Colorado Zoo. And there's video. And I didn't even know that. 14 people were also injured as a result of the storm. Summer is in full swing. Bada bing, bada boom. And that's a hail boom. Whew, breaking news. 8 sent to the hospital. And that's a YouTube boom. Cheyenne Mountain Zoo, Colorado Springs. We've talked about this. And some people are blaming this on climate change. The incident happened at 3 p.m. A storm swept through Colorado Springs. Colorado-based Cheyenne Mountain Zoo raining down softball-sized hail on 3,600 guests. 14 zoo goers were injured. Animals were injured. Birds were killed. And why the hail? And why so big? Well, it has to do with Pikes Peak. It has to do with thermal inversion, weather patterns, and orographic forcing. So when you have a 14,000 foot peak on one side and a 6,000 foot city on the other, you have 2 miles for hail circulation. And you need this type of uplift. And Fountain is ground zero, the bullseye for this zone. It's a frequent thing in Colorado. It has nothing to do with global warming because that's a fake premise. It has everything to do with the changing climate and increasing cosmic rays and the waning magnetosphere, which is going to make these storms more electrical, more powerful, and build hail for longer periods of time because you have warmer air down here in the valley and colder air aloft. And that extreme difference allows hail to continue to circulate on this conveyor belt, growing in size. Every time it recycles, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and boom. Birds die, bears run, and people are injured. Before even bothering to explain size, it helps to explain first how storms form. And if you don't know how that happens, then you have a long way to go. And that's going to continue to spin. We're looking at the Redding Fire, and here's stupid. And that's tonight's first boom. Watch it. Oh! You didn't expect. Oh! You couldn't have even imagined that. Here we are at the Redding Fire. Here's stupid. Apparently he has bald spot. And the fire is amazing. And look at this. If the sun was on that side, it would be dark. It would blacken out the sun. Yes, there are no directed energy weapons there, just a forest fire. Yosemite is closed indefinitely as California fires grow to the largest in history. Here's the map and the update and the American flag. Holy moly, thank goodness. The Cranston Fire burns in San Bernardino National Forest on July 26, 2018, near Idlewild. I don't know why they don't have more recent footage, but the scope of the California fires is unprecedented. Not really, and has resulted in the closures of Yosemite National Park as firefighters battle 17 large fires, one of which is the largest fire in California history. To help give a perspective, the fearmongers are totally going to scare the out of you. These are big fires, but they're not the biggest ever. 10 times more than this was burned in the 30s and earlier. These are the most unprecedented in modern times, but we're in unprecedented times. We're in grand solar minimum times. Severe flooding has months worth of rain hits Toronto in less than 3 hours, totally fluxed. And there's the bad road planning area where people's cars got stuck. Whoever tried to drive through that, look, they took the stuff out of their trunk. Idiot number one. He's going to be called shortly. Environment Canada issued special weather statement for Toronto, Mississauga, and Brampton at around 2100 EDT on Tuesday, August 7th. Ahead of a slow-moving area of tropical moisture fueled by rain showers. Parts of Toronto experienced widespread flash flooding shortly after this rain quickly overwhelmed the drainage systems. That's poor planning. Now, we talk about proper prior planning preventing piss-poor performance, but in Canada, they're performing piss poorly here. Highways 400 and 401 in the area near Allen Road and the downtown core of the Toronto Islands were the worst affected. Yes, almost 3 inches of rain fell in the span of 2 to 3 hours across the city. Totally fluxed. Now I want to give a big thumbs up to watchers coming out with the new daily news brief. They're doing a lot of hard work here to gather this information. It's coming from all over the world, and it's unprecedented. Extreme, dangerous flash floods in Chillán, Switzerland. We showed you the video. Rare early morning tornadoes form in northeast Colorado. A rare early morning tornado touched down in a field outside of Keota, northeast Colorado at 6:37 local time on August 8th. That's today. National Weather Service describes it as an extremely rare event. We would describe it as predicted. Extremely rare events are going to become very frequent. Now, meteorologist Kyle Fredden told Denver 7, tornadoes don't occur early in the day. Well. The nighttime or early morning tornadoes are often produced by so-called nocturnal thunderstorms, which the National Science Foundation says happen most often in June and July and during grand solar minimums. Wildfires ravaged 27 structures in northwest British Columbia and Canada. Viewers and subscribers sent us in pictures and reports that it is dark there, and as the sun sets, it is glorious. Water spouts form near Istanbul in the Yenikov neighborhood in Turkey. There it is. Check out the video. Rare water spout forms in Lake Ladoga in Zayostrove in Russia. Bushka. New eruption at Nevados State, Chillán. I shared this footage on Solar Shutdown today. It is epic. There's these sheep skiing down the mountain, and they totally don't care that there's a volcano erupting. They're like, this is awesome. What a photo op. Let's get a selfie. It'll be totally awesome. I wonder if a new AR dawn is going to burn the flesh from our skin as we ski down the slope. Wouldn't that be amazing? Could you imagine how many views we would get? We would be Twitter stars. I wonder if it would go viral. And on the nonsense. But amazing footage, and this isn't the video I showed, but it is one of them. 3 dead beaked whales found in highly unusual strandings in West Ireland. Come check it out. 15 meters high fire nado recorded as massive fire engulfed plastics factory in Derbyshire. Whew, that is epic. It's like lightning. Diving moisture levels prompt New South Wales to declare itself 100% in drought. You know how much more they could be in drought? None. You know how much more you could boom? Probably not more than that. Oh, I love it. Whew. Adapt or fail. It's as simple as that. Whew. Let's have a test. Adapt or fail. I'm going with the up switch. Boom! The driest start to the year in 5 decades and a dimming outlook for better than average rainfall in the coming months have prompted the Belgian government to declare all of New South Wales to be in drought. Now, this is while record snows fall in the Alps to the south and the east. They've extended the ski season. Can you say extremes? We've been predicting this for a year, and now it's here. The spreading and intensifying of the dry spell also prompted federal labor to weigh in, pledging to create $20 million fund to spur regional economies and support local jobs. This money is going to quickly wear out as catastrophe after catastrophe piles upon itself. The New South Wales declaration was prompted less by rainfall deficiencies, which eased slightly this week after showers in some regions hit, than further deterioration in water availability for farming in the future. So there is no uptick in sight. And this picture is bleak and blight. Is she missing the lower half of her body? What's going on there? I've been talking for hours. The radio show with Kristian Westbrook was amazing. He's on his second move in as many years. And he's picked the right place to pick up and start afresh to survive and thrive in the future. The future we're heading into is one with bullets, Band-Aids, and other little buggers There's no way we can predict how it will unfold. But we certainly need to start stockpiling dry goods and learn how to grow our own food and provide for our families. Wildcrafting, hunting, fishing. These are skills you should be learning. There's not a lot of time, and we implore you to begin now. Germany's lowest grain harvest in 24 years signals an import need for the country. This isn't the only country with an import need this year. These are going to increase next year, and so on and so forth, and on as we descend. Over the next 3 years, the events that will unfold will be unprecedented, and it's just beginning. This is the tip of the iceberg, so to speak. Grain production is down 20.3% to 36.3 million tons, the smallest in decades, the association said. The German grain harvest will in this year, for the first time in many years, be below domestic requirements, requiring the need for the country to import if there is any available worldwide, which is going to deplete the reserves. Now, the UK would run out of food in a year if imports stopped, and they're now stopping. Britain would run out of food on this date next year if it cannot continue to import from elsewhere, and they're beginning to be shut down. Are you picking up what we're putting down? It's coming to your town. Earthquake near Munham felt across Adelaide suburbs. Hills rumble like a train. This was a 3.2 at 8:30 p.m. yesterday with an epicenter near the towns of Palmer, northwest of Munham, according to Geoscience Australia. Hours later, an unprecedented earthquake occurred. I felt the windows of my house shake. Magnitude 4.3 earthquakes has struck the south of Western Australia at Norseman at the Goldfields Esperance area. The quake detected at 12:19 a.m. local time on Thursday, according to the BOM, based on magnitude and location of the quake, which struck at a depth of 17 kilometers. The joint Australian Tsunami Warning Center has determined that there is no tsunami threat. That's because it was on land. So why would there be a tsunami threat? Are these people that... Are you kidding me? No tsunami threat for the earthquake that happened dozens of miles inland. Earlier, a magnitude 3.2 quake rattled Adelaide. We just showed you. Now, they're claiming that this is normal activity. This couldn't be further from the truth. These types of magnitude of earthquakes back to back in Australia are unprecedented. And we're headed into unprecedented times. So, welcome to the Grand Solar Minimum. We have activity off the coast of Africa and inland here. Mauna Kea, here's Mayotte. Remember with that uptick here? And we have activity on the mid-ocean ridge here in Mauritius. 5.0 in Indonesia. We're going to be watching this area closely. We have some deep activity, 38 kilometers, 5.2. 14 kilometers here in Japan. 63 kilometers, 4.7 in the Solomons. And these unprecedented southern quakes back to back. Heads up. 5.1 in El Salvador, 38 kilometers. Hawaii continues to cool as Hector does nothing. Thank you, fearmongers. Worldwide Volcano News Update. Dukono, Agung, Sangay, Sabancaya, Ebiko, possible eruption. Volcanic ash at Sabancaya, minor eruption at Agung. Dukono has volcanic ash. Sangay, emission occurred today. We have Fuego, Kadaminsk, Sakurajima, Nevados de Chillán erupting. Very busy day. Can you say, pick up what we're putting down? Don't despair. Climate change catastrophe can still be averted. Total pile of garbage, The Guardian. The future looks fiery and dangerous, according to new reports. But political will and grassroots engagement will change it all. Heads up, there is no political maneuvering that can change the climate because you didn't change the climate. The powers that be and the multinational corporations have destroyed the planet by creating things like, hey, Monsanto, PCBs, they're safe. No, they have no half-life, and they've forever polluted the earth you live on. Yet Monsanto is still a company. How is that possible? Why aren't all of those people in jail? They now control the food supply. That's how fucking insane our world is. The most hated, dangerous corporation ever has now changed its name to Bayer, and they make aspirin. They also made neonicotinoids, which are killing bees worldwide. And this is all a plan from the globalists that want you to eat their fake bleeding burgers that they make in a laboratory while you're stuck in a prison called a smart city, where you're eating your own feces and recycled urine under the guise of sustainability. Well, I assure you, sustainability is not in those cities. It's in the country. Biodynamic farming. Organic farming practices where you grow soils, not food. The food grows itself. This is the future. Permaculture principles. You need to act now. Whew. There isn't much time. They're obfuscating the truth, and it's getting worse. I mean, it's insane. Look at that. Now, as the global warming alarmists scare the out of you and instill fear in the masses that there's no hope for the future, civilization as we know it will not survive. When have we ever not survived? Certainly not a manufactured fairy tale that's fake. I think we'll live through that. You know how we deal with such news? We delete it. Hey, Simon Lewis, you can suck it. You're a fraud. You know it. Here's the facts. Sea ice thickness is at 40-year average highs. In fact, it's at the highest it's been in 18 years at this time. Who's reporting on that? No one. You know why? Because they're full of shit. And they can go fly a kite. 30,386 people don't lie. In 1 year, they've come here. And they want to hear more. Start now. Don't wait. Here's some more lies coming right out of the mainstream. Snowy dirt balls will streak across the sky in a dazzling meteor shower. Hey, mainstream science, there is no snow on your dirty comets. They're rocks that have been blown off planets during plasma discharge events, which ancient cultures wrote on rocks, and you're ignoring, you frauds. Look at the picture. It's a fraud picture. They're claiming that Smith-Tuttle, which is responsible for the Perseids, by the way, I will concede that. Here, look, this 4 billion year old snowy dirt ball. So they change it from dirty snowball to snowy dirt ball. You know who's a snowy dirt ball? Mainstream science. You don't even seek the truth or the facts, but you love the fake graphics. You're frauds. And here's the Incredible Hulk comet that's going to pass Earth tonight for the first time. They don't want to tell you it's a green glowing plasma ball, and this tail is also electrical in nature because we live in an electric universe, because they're all frauds. Facts are fiction, and fiction is facts. And this is science, the Incredible King Hulk. Are you kidding me? And they're going to demonetize us and take us down from the internet because we tell you the truth? I doubt it. The Perseid meteor shower peaks this weekend. And they're not dirty snowballs. They're solid rocks from another bigger solid rock that is broken up into pieces that will electrically discharge as they enter the atmosphere, causing green plasma fields in the form of meteorites. No snow, no liquid water, none ever found. Ever. Let's talk about fainting goat. It's not going to make you faint, and it has no goats in it. But it's the newest crossbreed from Pagosa Springs. Now, I apologize if marijuana is not legal in your region, but you have the ability to move. Now, my two favorite strains, Golden Goat and Durban Poison, have been combined into one fainting goat. The most delicious, delectable sativa hybrid strain that's coming in at 30% THC. Boom! Wake up and smoke the cannabis. The strain's name is a bit of a misnomer because the fainting goat there is no passing out, and there are no goats. In fact, this strain just leads to things like bursts of euphoria and a kick of motivation. Confusing, I know. But you're not living the life we're living. One of abundance. Now, for those of you that don't live in a legal state where marijuana is available for you to grow and use, how about some CBD in the form of a bath bomb? Now you throw this little bugger in your bath and you sit there and you can feel like $1,000,000. Solve all your arthritis issues. Fibromyalgia. What are you talking about? Enter the shop. Get some bath bombs. Now, High Waters Company, they're a friend of the channel. They comment all the time. And this guy and his wife have a company. And they have children, and they need money. And you need well-being. So go get it. They're going to hook us up with a discount soon. But buy some bath bombs now from High Waters and feel good. Take a bath. Survive and thrive. Treat yourself. Adapt or fail. And that's a boom. Guys, I hope you got something out of the video. Times are changing. Nuclear bombs may be imminent. Food wars are inevitable. If you think it's not going to happen this time, there's no evidence to suggest otherwise. And that's a boom. We love you. Be safe.